All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about Zatima Season 2B, Episode 12, titled Risky Business. And can I tell you something? This episode, I'm telling y'all, Zatima is actually, I'm liking Zatima, but it's just some things that we even talked about in Episode 11. It's not lining up. The reasons are wacky to me as to why Zach and Fatima are having this divide. I just feel like a lot of the divide is unnecessary, but we're going to get into it. Let's get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming with a force. Yeah, blessing the reap and we coursing on.
All right, y'all. So I found me a little secluded corner in the house. We are, if y'all didn't watch my last video, I'm actually on vacation with my family right now. I am not at home. So we are in this beautiful home in North Myrtle Beach with my family. We have a pool. It's really nice. We're gonna be here for a little bit, but yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool. We're having a good time, but that's why y'all don't see me on the normal setting of my couch in my living room. Okay. So, and that's why I haven't been on here in a while because sister girl been on vacation enjoying her life with her family. Okay. But I found me a little corner in my room so that we can talk and I can speak and cheerings won't be in the background. Okay. So y'all, we're going to do the same thing we did with the last review. We're going to kind of play some of the scenes and we're going to talk about it because a lot of you have expressed that you don't have BET Plus. And I get it with the rising cost of like all these streaming services paying for one streaming service after the other. If I can help out by playing the scenes so you can kind of feel like you're watching it, you just can't see it, we'll do that. So the episode comes back on. Fatima has left the restaurant with Paul. Okay. So now Zach is left in the back with Tony and Nathan, and they see the whole situation after Fatima just finished singing. She storms out with Paul and whatnot. Zach is feeling like an idiot because she's saying, I keep on falling in and out of love with you by Alicia Keys. And he came there to try to get his girl back. Well, not really to try to get his girl back. He came there to get his groove back and hang out with his friends. But then come to find out his girl is there getting her groove back with another man. So he wasn't expecting that. So this is the scene where she's just walked out and the guys are talking to Zach. So let me play it so you guys can hear it.
I'm just saying, man.
Let me rewind the scene back to the beginning. I was trying to get past the intro. Oh, here we go.
Listen. Damn, she can sing like that? Yeah. I had no idea, man. Damn. You see, yo, now's not the time, bro. I'm just saying, man. She mad disrespectful, bro. Why you always gotta go there, bro? All right. I don't even know why we here. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the little chick I'm messing with. Are you kidding me, bro?
Atlanta is too damn small.
Hold on, what?
So Zach finds out that Nathan is actually messing with Belinda. So Belinda in the last episode announced Fatima to come. She intro Fatima. Fatima was supposedly, didn't know she was going to be up there singing. So Belinda gets her on stage to sing. So now Belinda goes in the back to speak to Nathan and come to find out she's sleeping with Nathan. Mind you, Nathan is married and sleeping on Tony's couch currently because he already was trying to hump up on Deja. He was caught in the pool with Deja, having a little rendezvous with her in the last season at Zach's house. Nathan is an idiot. I don't, he's childish and he needs to grow up. Like Nathan is one of those friends that Zach has that is a terrible influence on Zach and just doesn't want to grow up. It's like he's a teenager in the mindset. And I really feel bad that he's somebody's daddy. This man has 2 children and a wife, and you out here living out your teenage years. When do you go to work, sir? And Tony constantly looks at Nathan like Nathan is a fool. He's just like, what is going on? So in this scene, they find out that both of them have obviously smashed Belinda. So Belinda, it comes over there, and Zach is like, oh my gosh, you know her. And Nathan is like, yeah, you know her. And he's like, oh my, she's like, Atlanta is too small. And Zach is like, oh, trust me, it was only one time, and that's it. Okay. So we're going to play out this scene so you can kind of hear what the guys are saying about this whole situation that has happened with Fatima rolling out and Belinda.
Y'all know each other?
Yeah.
No.
We messed around.
One time. That's
But
crazy.
anyway, now he broke me and my best friend up.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Hold on. What happened?
That's a long story.
No, please. Pray tell. No, please don't. No.
You didn't tell him?
No, he didn't tell us nothing. I'm out. How you getting home, bro? You roll with us. I'll find a way. Trust me. You want to ride, bro? Please. Come on, I got you. All right, look, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to have some more drinks, and then I'm going to catch you at the crib, right? All right, bro.
Thanks for coming, Zach.
Shut up. How you know him? Angela. What's up?
So it's crazy to me that Belinda did all of that to try to sleep with Zach, and she didn't even tell homeboy. Well, I guess she didn't know that him and Zach knew each other. So there's that. But now Zach goes over to Angela and basically badgers Angela to tell him whether or not Fatima is at her house or whatever. And he's like, I know she over there, so I want to go over your house, and I'm going to check it out and see if she's there because I want to talk to her. And Angela's like, no, she's not in my house. Don't go to my house. Angela basically like, listen, I was just over your house, and y'all like the Wreck-It Ralph, and you ain't about to tear my damn house up, okay? So don't go over my house starting no crap. Fatima ain't at my house, okay? And I ain't trying to be in the middle of y'all crap, because that intro to episode 11, I gotta tell y'all, the acting was very pure. Now, the stuff that they were doing and angry over, to me, was ridiculous, but the acting was A1. Like, it was top tier for Fatima and Zach, okay? Crystal and Deval Ellis really, really put all of their heart and soul in it. And when Fatima smacked Zach, I feel like that was a real smack. I wonder if he said, really, just go ahead and smack me for real. It was crazy. It was crazy. And you know what? I really think that the intro to episode 11 basically gives us more insight into their backgrounds. We wanted to learn why they are the way that they are, right? And one thing that I thought about after I watched the episode and I did my last review, with the dad coming over and talking to Zach in the last episode, and I remember, if y'all remember, the dad, I'm sorry, y'all, somebody wanted me to share the password with them and it took me off screen. But anyway, if y'all remember, the dad came over there and said, oh, well, it doesn't look like she broke anything in here. I thought she broke some glass. First of all, I don't know how he knew that she broke some glass, but that gives insight to Fatima erupting and getting angry, right? And this is something that she does. She reacts when she's pissed off. So obviously the father knows that this is something that she does. So he immediately goes in there looking for the destruction, if you will. So that lets me know that Fatima and Madam, as cousins, there must be something to that. She must have had like an angry past where Madam has contributed to that. And Fatima is erupting all the time. She doesn't know how to properly manage her emotions and whatnot. And her parents are very aware of that. So, which prompted him to come in there and look for any destruction. Also, with Zach erupting, feeling abandoned, him wanting to escape the situation before somebody abandons him lying about, it's a tit for tat thing with him. Because I feel like that's where it comes from with his mom. So we're learning in these episodes where a lot of the things that make both of them tick are coming from. Now, is it childish for both of them? Absolutely, 100%. But nevertheless, we're learning both of the characters' backgrounds and, what makes them stick together. Okay. So now we're in a scene where Paul and Fatima are at Angela's house. Okay. So they're getting a little hot and heavy and they're talking. So we're going to listen to this scene. Okay. So Fatima is taking his shirt off. She's trying to, get in the mood with him. And here she goes.
Stop. Shit.
I'm sorry.
No, honestly, kind of saw this coming.
What?
You're mad at him, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I get it.
And?
I know what this is. I've been through therapy.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, for years in my late 20s.
What for?
A lot of anger and frustration.
Oh, same. It really helps,
So that kind of gives insight to the fact that Fatima has anger issues. And when she always says to sisters, when I'm gone, like when her mind is gone and she gets angry and she doesn't know how to properly, she didn't know how to properly manage her emotions. But from the way that she reacts now, it's not like she's so mature because she's gone through therapy. I didn't really get that, why both of them had to talk about the fact, oh, I understand you because I've been through therapy. Just because you've been through therapy doesn't mean that you know everything. And obviously, if you've been through therapy, Paul, you should know not to go after somebody else's girl and they're in the midst of turmoil. You're really pretty much setting yourself up for heartache. That's how I feel. And Fatima, you've gone through therapy, but you seem to play all these little games with Zach. Like when you told him that you had a kid and you really didn't. Like you getting some woman to go and date Hayden to take all his money. Like you going behind Zach's back and doing all this little shady stuff that you do. The stuff you did with Deja, the stuff you did with Heather, the baby mama. But you've gone through therapy though. That doesn't mean that you are managing your emotions well. So I didn't really get the point of both. I guess that was a way to segue into talking about the fact that Fatima had a troubled life in her 20s. But I don't like the way that they said, oh, because I've been through therapy. Now that means that both of them are just like some gurus and they know everything. But let's continue with the scene.
Yeah, I know it does.
Especially in situations like this, it helps you think clear.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. So being that we're both, well-versed and thinking clearly, we can just let go.
Paul, just hold on. Look, you are a beautiful man. I mean, your face, your smile, your body. But I would be using you.
Okay, so use me.
No, I can't.
I'm serious.
Stop.
I don't give a damn. You call me his name if you want to.
Please stop.
So that right there, Paul is thinking with his DICK. He is not thinking with the head on top of his body, on his shoulders. He thinking with the one between his legs. Okay. You are infatuated. You just trying to conquer Fatima at this point. This isn't about, oh, I love the way this woman is and I can relate to you in so many ways. You trying to ride her into the night. That's what you're trying to do. You're not thinking about all this stuff about, oh, I've been through therapy. Yeah, I understand. And, this, that, and the third. He's trying to get with her. Period. Paul is not good for Fatima either, because my thing is, if he was thinking clearly and he wanted her so bad and he wanted to really get her in a way where their connection can be real, he would support her through her process with Zach first. Don't allow yourself to have a physical connection with this person where obviously you already have something there emotionally. Now you're going to connect with her on another level, and that's going to be even more of a catastrophe when she ends up going back to Zach. So it makes me feel like, okay, do you just want to, are you just thinking with your, okay, let's keep going, because then he gets into acting like he know her.
No, you're not.
You know I'm never gonna be him.
I'm glad you know that. Look, this is just all too soon.
Okay, so you want me to leave?
No, I don't, but I don't want to do this.
All right, so what do you want to do? You want to sit around and talk about him?
I don't want to do that either.
Okay, good, because
So you being
cool up to a
sarcastic.
certain point, and then
Paul,
just
I mean, it's different.
yeah, it's different. You see, you and I, we love theater. He hates it.
Yeah, he doesn't like that at all.
Even stuff like self-help books, you know, church sermons on Sundays. We hate it when people shoot with their mouth open. Don't do drugs. Maybe a little bit of weed, but
How do you even know all those things?
I picked him up at dinner.
Wow. You even listen.
So in this part right here, I don't like how Paul is studying her and he's doing the pick me type of stuff where he's like, yeah, and I noticed that you did this. I bet you he don't know that you do that. And yeah, I like theater and he doesn't. It's that whole I'm trying to one up Zach type of situation. And that right there, it's a pick me situation. And you're always, when you do that, it's a losing battle. You are going to lose every single time, because the fact of the matter is she's not with Zach because he loves theater. She's not with Zach because, you know, of all the other crap that he just mentioned as to why they are, you know, compatible. That's not why she's with Zach. So yes, opposites attract in some situations. Just because she doesn't, oh, you don't like what to hear people chewing. Don't nobody like that. So you gonna stop dating Zach because you and him got that in common? No. Abiste Winning says, I did not know they had an episode 12. I just got done watching episode 11 reluctantly. Yes, episode 12 is up there, sis. It's up there. I needs to see episode 13 and 14 though. I just, you know, I need this all to make sense, but you're gonna see when you see it. Abisse Winner says, I don't have BET streaming, but I watched it on one of my other sites that's free. Oh, girl, yes, for the freeness. Okay. Yeah, well, I reluctantly pay the 9 something a month because I watch this show, Sistas, and I watch All the Queen's Men. And I'm trying to find some other shows on there that I would like to watch so I can come to y'all and talk about them too. Because I'm trying to get around this Love and Marriage Huntsville crap, because I just need to get in a new algorithm for some better shows. Because, child, I'm just trying to diversify and just feeling my way into the world of what I want to talk about and what I want to watch, child, what's entertaining at this point. So just a little soapbox for me. But let's continue to sing.
I like that.
You can be right for somebody if you don't listen to them. They're trying to tell you something.
Damn.
What?
Why do y'all always come around when there's a situation? Look, this is all just, it's moving too fast. We just broke up.
Okay. So, was it the first one?
First, what?
The first breakup. You know, there's normally at least 3 before it's official.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he did something, of course.
You right, Abiste Winning.
Well, I do have my deal breakers. And he slept with someone.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And when my trust is gone, there's no getting that back.
So he basically sitting over here trying to one up Zach, child, and he done found out that Zach done cheated on her, and that's a deal breaker for her. So now he probably really gonna try to go in. So after they go back and forth talking about a bunch of nothing, Angela storms in with Paul's homeboy that she was on a date with, and basically like, listen, you got to get the hell up on out of here. I don't know where you going, but you got to get the hell up on out of here because Zach is on the way. Okay. Because Zach then asked her if Fatima was at her house, and he didn't believe Angela when she said that she wasn't there. So Paul gets himself together and he says, well, if Zach is coming over here, maybe me and homeboy need to stay because that ain't gonna be a good look. Y'all gonna be in here fighting or whatever. And Fatima was like, no. I mean, Angela was like, no. Y'all get the hell on out because I see the way y'all get down, talking about Fatima and Zach. She was like, you ain't about to break up my good China up in here. Y'all got to go. Okay. So she ushers Paul and the friend on up out of there and tells Fatima that Zach is on the way. Okay.
Both of y'all need to go right now.
Angela, what is going on?
Zach is on his way.
So this is.
Yes, he does. This is my shit, and I'm not trying to get it broke.
So she basically said that they need to go. So here's Zach pulling up, and Paul and the friend are outside, and Zach pulls up with Nate and Tony.
Calm down. What's up, bruh? Huh?
All right.
Zach, got something for me?
I ain't got shit to say to you.
He ain't got shit to say to you,
Okay,
huh?
all right.
Hey. All right, well, you should know you ain't got nothing to be mad about. She wants to be with you. Yeah, she a lucky man.
I know that.
He know that.
So, Paul, do you really think that Zach needs you to tell him that he's a lucky man? That's like the rhetorical response. It's like repetitive what these guys say. Oh man, you a lucky man. She a good woman. Yeah, I know that. I am over here messing it up, but I do know that. Obviously, you know she's a good woman too because you over here trying to play with me behind my back and trying to get at her. And you're mad because you're walking out of here with blue balls. That's what you're mad about. Okay. Abiste when it says just the way he's putting down Zach and bigging up himself. Yeah, what are your downfalls, Paul? Because you're not perfect, Mr. Construction Man. Okay. Abiste when it says Zach's friends are so ignorant. He needs to lose them. Girl, yes. I am so sick and tired of Tony and especially Nathan. Nathan is a schoolyard punk. He is so immature. I cannot stand him. He is a needless. But you know what? I'm not going to say that. Nathan is a needed character because Nathan is a real friend. He really exists in a lot of these friend groups with men. Every man has a friend that pushes them to do stupid stuff, makes them think it's cool to cheat and sleep around with all these women, when in fact, they're actually miserable. They want to make their friends that are in happy relationships think that it's cool to be out here dicking around with a whole bunch of females, when in reality, they just want misery loves company. Let's just say that. They want to make it look like it's so much fun talking to all these chicks, when in reality, these men are broke that are out here messing around with all these women. They don't have no game. Lord knows their bed dancing action is nowhere near percolation. Okay. They're miserable. They out here night to night trying to find some stability. And they want their friends to be looking just as dumb as they do. And Nathan knows that he screwed up with his wife. He can't go back. I think Nathan is one of those men that feels like he's missed something in life. But in reality, the only reason why he has anything is because of his wife supporting him and being there for him and being his backbone. And that's what a lot of these men don't realize. You wouldn't be who you were without your partner. And a lot of men look at their partners as a weight in their life. Like, oh, if I didn't have you, I would be out here just snagging so much major poon. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Because most of these men ain't got no damn game. They don't. And you will be sitting right in your house playing video games or playing with yourself. Okay? So Nathan need to get himself together and go on back to his wife, because he out here snagging women like Belinda. Zach, stop listening to Nathan. I want to see what's going on with Tony, because Tony seems to be the only one that got a little bit of something going on with him. He owns the barbershops. We're going to get to a scene with Tony and Nathan, and I want to get y'all's opinion on that scene, because I feel like Tony is screwing with Nathan's wife in the back. Okay, we're gonna see what that's all about. Abise when it says he really also needs a friend that holds him accountable for what he's doing. Yes, Black men seem to want other Black men to do F-ish, but never hold each other accountable. Thank you for saying that. You know, with Black women as friends, if we see our friend out here cheating on their husbands or cheating on their boyfriends or whatever, we're going to look at them like, girl, you trifling. Or like, why you doing that, girl? Okay, yeah, I understand he cheating or whatever the case may be. And yeah, he might need a little get back or whatever. But then you're going to, as a friend, you're going to be like, well, girl, leave him alone. If he going to be doing all that, then find you somebody else and don't go back. That's a problem with a lot of women, though. We will find out that a man is cheating and go and get all rah-rah, but you're not going to do nothing. Don't bother the man with his cheating if you ain't going to do nothing about it. That's all I'm saying. But then women as friends, we're not going to be encouraging our friends to be out here sleeping around, because we know it's so much more toxic and detrimental for us, because we're the ones getting entered. We can get diseases, all this other stuff. Men can get diseases too, but we're more likely to be the ones that are mindful of using protection, things like that, and protecting ourselves. Men are not. They out here just ready to get it and take it by whoever is willing to offer it to them with the least amount of resistance. So men, even though some men probably want to say, man, you probably should not be messing with nobody because you got a good woman. I'm telling you, it ain't all this cracked up to be out here. They're not going to do that because they want you to suffer just like them. They want you to think that what they're doing is so amazing. And it's not. They're jealous that you actually have a good wife. These men out here are trash, girl. Child, don't let me start it. That's us as Black women, always holding a Black man down, letting them treat us any kind of way. Then once they get a leg up, they leave. Child, we could be preaching all night. Okay, let me just say I agrees with you. Okay. So Paul gives his whole little speech about how great Fatima is and whatnot. So Zach ends up going in the house. Okay, let's watch this. Fatima tells Angela to tell him she ain't there, and she runs to the back.
I told you guys, no one's here.
Stop playing. I heard her.
You didn't hear nothing.
Fatima!
She's not here, Zach.
Fatima, I just want to talk.
Just go talk to that bitch you was fucking.
I wasn't fucking no bitch. Angela, mind your business.
Zach, just go home.
Fatima, I just want to talk.
Zach!
Yo, come on, bro. She don't want to talk to you, bro.
Please, Fatima, please.
Zach, look, there's always tomorrow.
Fine, Fatima, I love you. Fatima, please.
If she wanted to talk to you, she would.
All right, come on, bro.
But Zach, sir, you are full of crap, because you were just going out with your friends, okay? You were just about to be Zach attack hanging out, but then once you see that she's out with Paul, now you love her and you want to talk to her and all this, that, and the third, because now you see that she's easily moving on. Because she already told you when y'all were arguing, she was like, you know how many people I turned down because I'm with you every day? Don't think I can't be out here and get just as much peen as you thinking you over here smashing on somebody else's poon. Okay? Don't get it twisted, sir. Because just like you can, anything you can do, I can do better. So now that he see her already doing it better and she out with another dude, now you want to come in here and be like, I ain't messing with nobody to Angela. You just told Fatima that you did sleep with homegirl. Why you lying? So now you think that you're going to come in here with your boombox speech and Fatima just going to run out and be like, Zach, okay, let's talk. No. Zach has to grow up. Zach is doing childish things. Zach is not listening to Fatima. And Fatima, for one thing, is not listening to Zach either, because I agreed with Zach when Zach was like, if I had told Fatima that I wasn't sleeping with somebody, she wouldn't have believed me anyway. And I agree with him. I don't think that she would have believed him either. She would have been like, I don't believe you. She would have did some type of trickery behind his back to figure out whether he slept with homegirl or not. Like she did with them cameras on Sistas when she went to the restaurant and asked for the footage to make sure that Zach and Karen didn't sleep together in the bathroom like Karen said they did. Fatima doesn't trust Zach. Fatima has trust issues. And it's really sad. It really, really is. So let's keep going, okay? Zach is in the office with Bryce, and Bryce asked him about the deal that he brought to him and says, did you look at the deal that I sent you? I think it's a really good idea. Zach says, yeah, I know it is a good idea. And then he was like, oh, so Bryce was like, oh, so you did look at it. And Zach was like, yeah, I did. So Bryce says, listen, let's just meet with the guy later. Let's just look at it. Zach agrees to go and look at the project. So I don't know what's going to end up happening with this project, because in the previews, Zach is going to end up going broke this season. I don't know what's going to make him go broke, because if Bryce is saying that this project is such a big deal, I don't know what is going to happen to make him go broke, but I guess we're going to find out later on. So Bryce ends up talking to him saying, listen, I apologize about what happened. We need to move on. So here's the conversation with Bryce and Zach.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. What's up? What do you think about that doctor? Well, I looked him up. He's legit. I think he was right on. You think I need therapy? Well, I think that the question is, do you think you need therapy? I don't know. Everybody said I got issues, but I think I'm fine. Well,
you're not.
Maybe everybody else is wrong. You joking right now? Zach, I think that you have things that you could work on, but a lot of people do. So, I don't know, man. I don't want to get into it. All right. Hey, man. Laser focus. Okay? I have one of the best contractors in the city. He's willing to meet us down at the site. He's going to go over the entire property with us, the lofts. The view is incredible. I really think that you need to come and see it. All right, I'm coming.
So Bryce is trying to get himself out of this whole talking about Zach and his relationships and his emotions crap, because the last time Bryce got himself involved, he was starting to have some feelings for Zach and ended up lip locking him. So at this point, Bryce ain't trying to be all involved with what Zach got going on emotionally in his relationships. He just wants to stick to repairing their friendship and getting the deals back on the table. So in the next scene, the doctor calls Fatima and asks her to come and meet up with him because he has some information he wants to give her that has to directly deal with Zach and his mother and the brother. So she's like, what? Why do I need to be involved in that? He was like, please just come through. And she's like, all right, cool. I'll come at lunchtime or whatever the case may be. So Angela comes to the office and she's like, you want to go to lunch? And Fatima is like, no, I can't go to lunch because I'm going to go and meet with the doctor. He says he has to tell me something important about Zach. So then she says that she wants to invite Paul to dinner. And Angela is like, do you think that's a good idea? Like, do you even really like this dude like that? Like, are you really ready to move on? Now, let me pump the brakes on you, Miss Angela. Because you was the one that was not in Zach's corner for the longest time. Okay? You were the one saying Zach is this and Belinda and Zach, and maybe she telling the truth about Zach, and Zach is this and that and the third. But now you on Zach's side because you felt like he looked so sad last night when he was trying to get back with Fatima. Girl, boo and bye. Fatima was like, he cheated on. Like, I'm like, did y'all forget that this man said that he screwed Connie? So just because he came over here looking like a sad puppy, now you're gonna forgive him? And Fatima was like, well, you can forgive Bryce then, since Zach looking like a sad puppy got you all in the feels. Why don't you forgive Bryce? And Angela was like, well, Bryce likes the D. Zach doesn't. So it's a totally different situation as to why I'm not giving Bryce another chance. And Fatima was like, you got a point there. Okay. But I agree with Angela. Angela is like, I don't even know if you really like homeboy like that, talking about Paul. She really thinks that Fatima is on the rebound right now. And my thing is, when you have fallen so deep into a relationship like the one that she has with Zach, I wouldn't be so quick to be ready to jump right into something else. Like, she wasn't, and you think about it, in the beginning of Zach and Fatima's relationship, she was afraid to jump into something with him because she was like, I don't want nobody to do me like my ex. And, I just know, I mean, you got this whole situation with Karen, and then I don't want you to end up leaving me back and going back to her and blah, blah, blah. She had all these reservations about being with Zach, but you ready to just jump right in and start dating Paul? Make it make sense, Fatima. Make it make sense. So let's look at this scene where Zach goes to the barbershop. And one of the old heads is kind of basically directing him against therapy. Let's listen.
Man, sitting there apart, cloudy. What? What that even mean?
What's this man's name?
On the left. How you? Man, sitting there apart, cloudy. What? What that even mean? So bunk ass weed. It ain't getting me high enough. You a trick, Mr. Tyrone. Where Tony at? No, he was picking up money from the other shops, but he'll be back. Damn. All right. Word on the street is, they tell me you done broke up with that old fine ass girl. We working through some things. You ain't still taking advice from knuckleheads, are you? No. Good. I always get you some good, solid advice. Like from a therapist? Hell no. That's for bitches. Now, you pay me, I give you some good advice.
Now, Mr. Tyrone gonna tell him not to take advice from Tweedledee and Tweedledum, aka Tony and Nathan. But he can get some advice. He don't need to go to a therapist, but he can pay him. No. That's the problem. Like, people frown upon therapy as if it's a bad thing. Let me tell y'all something. When your mind ain't right, you go to a therapist to get your mind together. Just like if you sprain something is painful on your body and you trying to get help to fix it. It's the same thing when your mind ain't right and you ain't thinking clearly. You go to somebody to help you fix it, to talk it out. Mental health is just as needed as physical health, okay? Don't forget that. Black people got to learn that. That doesn't mean that you crazy and deranged or you a B-I-E-I-E-I, like Mr. Tony said. This man said, Tyrone. Go to therapy, Black people. Go to therapy. Let's keep going.
Hey, you a barber? Hey. Yo. Yeah.
Let me see.
A barber and a therapist? Nigga. What do you think barber and beauticians are? Nah, I'm good on all that. Oh, okay. So you want to go talk to some shrink head, huh? That bullshit. Look, man, we men out here. We don't deal with our problems laying on the couch. Man, that's some straight bitch shit. Hey. Yo, what's good?
And that's another thing. That's why a lot of men don't know how to manage their emotions, because they feel like you have to, I'll just deal with it myself. They internalize all this stuff. and they don't know how to manage their emotions well. And they end up manifesting it or showing it in a negative light, like, or end up doing something stupid to release the tension or the negative energy, and they do something that they shouldn't be doing instead of going to a therapist, a doctor of emotions, if you will, to help you properly process your emotions and feelings in a positive way that isn't going to hurt you after you've processed said emotions. Okay, so now we see Nathan walking up, and he has a conversation with Zach.
Why the hell Tony even hire his old ass? Because that nigga funny. So, you was hitting Belinda?
No, that was a one-time thing, and I regret it.
Damn, I ain't even know, all right?
You know now. You ain't serious about her, are you?
I mean, I like her. She cool.
I like her. She cool. You married, bro. What are you doing?
She knows that, and she cool with it. Hey, that should tell you the type of person you dealing with. What are you doing, Nate? Look, Lori put me out, all right? She won't return my calls, my texts, my emails, DMs. I even wrote her a letter, put it in the mailbox, came back to check, and she ripped it up.
I wonder why.
Man, I'm just doing me for a little bit, all right?
All right, good. You got it. You go ahead and do you.
So, you don't care that I'm hitting Belinda?
I don't give a shit. Not at all.
So Nathan is trifling because you feel like after all that you've done, you've embarrassed Lori, you've done all this silly stuff, and you write a letter and send an email and call and leave a couple voice messages. Now she should just forgive you for all that you've done, and you was over here sleeping with somebody. Now, Belinda, what type of woman are you to be okay with sleeping with somebody's husband? Girl, you okay with being sloppy seconds? I don't understand. I don't understand. But moving on, y'all. Let me see what was next. I think I wanted to talk about the conversation with Tony and what's his face? With Tony and Nathan. So in this next scene, Paul comes into Fatima's job and he's inviting her. He wants to ask her to come to lunch. And she says that she has to go see the doctor. So she can't, she's going to go to the therapist or whatever because she has to meet up to talk about something. And he says, okay, well, what about dinner? And she was like, oh, you beat me to it. I was actually going to ask you to go to dinner with me. And they end up agreeing on going to dinner at 8:00. So moving on, I'm just like, girl, why are you going to dinner with this man?
I know.
So Angela comes down and they talk about lunch and dinner.
Right. What's that about?
I don't know, something about Zach, but he didn't say what it was.
Okay. Should I go with you?
No, I don't.
That's just a wasted scene.
Come take me to this lunch.
So here goes Belinda asking for Tony to take her to a carryout. I mean, asking for Nathan to take her to a carryout for lunch because obviously they are, humping in between the sheets. So she wants to go to lunch with him. But pay attention to this dialogue with Tony, Belinda, and Nathan. We're going to talk about this.
Food. Okay.
Okay, girl.
Hey, what's going on?
Sure, got your fresh cut and shit. I love
Oh,
it.
yeah, you know how I do.
You are too. Boy, come take me to this little Chinese restaurant. Give me a little dim sum.
So he better not be able to take you to no Chinese restaurant. Well,
Well, what, nigga?
you know what? How about you treat me to lunch?
You done lost your damn mind, boy.
I'm running a little low on funds, that's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pay you back.
All right, whatever.
I'll pay you back.
All right, I got you.
All right.
And don't be paying me back in dick.
Man, girl, I got $40. I can pay you next week. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
And I'm going to hold you to it, too. I got you. Now, let me get my ass inside. It's hot as hell.
Nigga, you need a towel.
Shit, he's sweating. Tony always
This
sweating.
nigga be hot.
He was hot in the corner.
Anyway, I told you about Jack and Zatima. I knew they was gonna break up.
I'm glad you showed me that app. I can't believe I found her on there.
Exactly. I can't wait for Zatima to call me and tell me I was right the whole fucking time.
Exactly. Call me and tell me the same shit.
That shit over with.
Yo, it's crazy. I knew something was up with her, man.
What? Belinda? Oh, hey, girl. I knew I was gonna see you today. Why? You know we got that telepathy thing going on.
First of all,
Thank you.
why is Belinda and Nathan conspiring
Zach's friend, right?
to help
Zach is my dog. It's my
get
dog.
rid of Fatima.
Yeah, he is Zach's boy. Okay.
That's crazy.
Anyway, we about to get some more Chinese food. You want to come? No. What's really going on? I should be asking you that. What is going on? Nothing. Yeah. That's just something to do with ain't nothing to do. Plus the boy is blessed. Oh, okay. Look, just be careful.
Oh, that was a waste. Anyway, she over here talking about Nathan's peen.
Yes, come on.
And then she's talking about how she wants to get back with Fatima. She wants to become Fatima's friend again. Belinda is, let me tell you about Belinda. Belinda is a trifling friend. You are constantly involving yourself in foolishness by way of Fatima. You are messy. So now you find out that if you really want to be friends with Fatima again, once you found out that Nathan was Zach's friend, you'll do whatever you can to get yourself away from any drama or foolishness. That's what I would do. But Belinda seems to find herself in the midst of drama. You've even teamed up with Nathan to take down Zach and show Zach, oh, Fatima's on a dating app. How did he know that? Now we know from last season that he knew that she was on the dating app because Belinda pointed it out. Why are you trying to ruin their relationship, Belinda? Just because he dicked you down real good one time and you was loving it, you don't want Fatima to be with him? He ain't gonna be with you. That's those hater friends like Belinda. You got to watch out for people like that. You got to watch out for people like that. So let's get into this scene with Connie and Zach. Okay, Connie is over here trying to drop them draws real quick, fast, and in a hurry for Zach. Okay.
Zach? Hi, baby.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
Please tell me you're here to see me. Okay. Well, I know you couldn't the other night, so I think we should try again.
Come on, stop playing. Hey, this is my mom.
Okay.
You seen her?
No, she down there.
So basically, Connie just said, I know you couldn't the other night. So she basically confirmed that they didn't have sex the other night. But the fact that Zach came over there and requested Connie to go up in the room so that you attempted to have sex with her, because what was the point of you going over there? Now we know in Zach's previous history, when he was a teenager, that's what he would do. Like he would be upset with things that was going on with his mom. He would go confide in Connie and they would end up sleeping together, right? She was like his way to relieve tension, which sex was like his go-to to, I guess, find relaxation, right? So Connie was providing that for him. So that when he went back to his old ways by going and finding Connie and going up into her room where he found solace and center, positive reinforcement being around her. She bigged up his ego, made him feel good. She gave him a place to stay and lay his head when his mother was displaced, when she was, high or whatever. And they would even screw around. So for him to go back to her and do that, and then he couldn't go through with it because obviously he has all these emotions for Fatima, you still shouldn't have even attempted to do that. You're going right back into your old ways. So it's like you find comfort in different women. You want to find any positive situation where you don't have to deal with what's going on with you. Instead, you want to find something that's going to make you feel good temporarily instead of dealing with your issues. And that's what he's pretty much using Connie for. And she seems to be okay with it. Let's keep going.
I miss that bitch.
How do you play too much?
I'm serious though. Stop acting like you don't miss my pussy. Everybody know.
What? You don't know.
Okay, everybody know. Listen. Lower.
So she playing games right here, telling him to listen to her cooch and all that because it's crying for her. But in this scene, I don't like how Zach is laughing and, like being all giddy with her, like this is okay. If you didn't sleep with her, right? Zach constantly sends mixed emotions, mixed signals to these women. You are telling Karen you love her, you know, giving her money and all this, that, and the third, making her think that you want to be with her. You go into Connie's house and attempting to sleep with her, but then not sleeping with her. Okay. You're giving these women false signals of what's really going on. And then later on, when they challenge you over this stuff, it's like with Fatima is looking at you like, well, why are you even opening the door for this type of interaction? And he constantly puts himself in these sticky situations. You shouldn't be over here laughing and giddy with Connie. Absolutely not. Because now she's thinking that, oh, well, as soon as something happened with old girl, I'm just a couple days away from him coming over here and laying it on me. Stop that. Stop saying you love Connie to Fatima. It's Zach really needs to deal with his communication, his process of communicating with other women in his life. It's really silly to me. It really is. And I just don't get it. Let's keep going. So Zach goes over to talk to his mother. He sees the mom. Connie directs him to the mother and the brother. They're down the hall. He goes over to talk to them because he's trying to get them to go somewhere with him. And I thought it was weird because he kept saying, y'all want to talk? Somebody gonna talk? I'm like, what did you want them to talk about? I didn't get it. It was like a wasted scene. But basically, he's trying to get them to leave with him to ultimately go to the doctor's office so they can talk about their issues. And he has to bribe them with money to get them to go.
Listen to your brother, Zach. You really want me to pay you to talk? I'm your son. You're not paying us to talk, dog. You helping us out. You living in a fucking mansion. I live in a fucking duplex or whatever. Come on, nigga, be honest. You wearing a wire? Why the fuck would I be wearing a wire, Jeremiah? I don't know. Mom, she ain't gonna talk to you. Are y'all gonna talk?
This whole scene was stupid. He kept on telling them to talk, and I didn't know what he wanted them to talk about.
I'll talk to you, but you got to take me to get another cigarette first. We can talk on the way.
Fine, come on. I'll take you. He's staying though. No matter of fact, you come on. Come on, bro. I don't want to go with you niggas.
So he ends up getting them to leave with him. And Fatima goes to Dr. Reed's office, and she has an appointment with him. And she walks in the room, and Zach is sitting there with his mother and homeboy and his brother. So Jeremiah. So I'm just like, I don't understand this whole situation with Zach and him wanting to bring Fatima there with the therapist. I really hope that something positive comes out of this. I really, really do, because Fatima obviously needs to understand Zach and his feelings and emotions by way of his mother. His mother triggers a lot in Zach. She really, really does. And I don't think that Fatima honestly knows why he can't make that separation between her as his woman and the mother as his mother. He keeps on combining the disappointment from both of them as, you know, the same reaction. And, you know, I hope that she can gain a better understanding of where Zach is coming from, and the professional can kind of help bridge that gap. And then really for her to see his interaction with the brother and the mother pretty much use Zach for money. And they prey on the fact that Zach loves his mother, regardless of how much the mother has disappointed him throughout his life. He yearns for that connection with a mother. I mean, a child is always going to love their mother. They're always going to want to have a connection with their parent, right? So Zach is constantly yearning for that, and he's constantly looking for ways to make his mother better, heal her from her addiction, right? Get her to be a mom that is nurturing and loving and provide him with all the things that he was missing as a child. Kind of like what he's looking to provide for his child, Michael, that he has with Heather. Heather is pretty much the epitome of his mother. She's doing the same thing to his son that Zach's mom did to him, abandoning him, not taking care of him, and manipulating. Now the mother is now manipulating Zach because Zach has money. They didn't come around Zach when he didn't have anything. Now they're called Jeremiah and the mother are coming around so that they can use him, play on his emotions and the fact that he wants to have a family connection, using him to get money to fuel their addictions. And Jeremiah is using his mother to help him for his own selfish purposes. And of course, we know that Jeremiah is the reason why Zach was incarcerated in the first place. So Jeremiah is not thankful to Zach for what he did. Now he's basically, trying to make Zach feel bad because he was incarcerated as well. So he feels like, yeah, I was incarcerated too. And I was in there because you didn't take the full rap or whatever the case may be. He's not thankful for Zach being there for him in the way that he did. He feels like he should have done more. It's like nothing is good enough for Jeremiah. And he feels like because he had a short end of the stick in life, now Zach should, as his brother, should hold him up and do for him. That doesn't make sense. You're not trying to do anything better for yourself. You over here living in the projects and you're not trying to do better for our mother and show her a better life. You over here being a street pharmacist and using you being a person, you using your own supply. You working smart, you're not working harder. You working harder, not smarter. I just think that Zach has a terrible background for his family situation, and it's just really sad how his mother plays with him, and so does his brother, and they using him. I want to go back to this scene with Nathan and Zach because this is where I think we'll learn about the whole Tony situation. I'm gonna play the whole thing so we can see if I can find what I'm looking for.
You know now, you ain't serious about her, are you? I mean, I like her, she cool. I like her, she cool. You married, bro. What are you doing? She knows that and she cool with it. Hey, that should tell you the type of person you dealing with. What are you doing, Nate?
Look, Lori put me out, all right? She won't return my calls, my texts, my emails, DMs. I even wrote her a letter, put it in the mailbox, came back to check, she ripped it up.
I wonder why.
Man, I'm just doing me for a little bit, all right?
All right, good. You got it. You go ahead and do you.
So, you don't care that I'm hitting Belinda?
I don't give a shit. Not at all.
Oh, shit. I don't mind those sloppy seconds. You know how we used to do it.
Stop touching me. What's wrong? No, you're not. I don't do that no more. And you're not second or third or fourth. You about sloppy 4,000s.
You think so?
Look, I'm not judging because I got my fair share of bodies. And you do too. But I know. I know.
That's how come she know I do all that freaky shit, huh?
Better hold on to the clinic.
So I wear condoms. I'm good, man.
How many condoms you wear?
I'm gonna go get some more. All right, I'm gonna go get some.
You should. Hey, no, I gotta get out of here. Tell Tony I came checking for him.
I'm not dealing with Mr. Tyrone.
All right, where you going?
I'm gonna go tell Tony you're something for him.
All right, because you like going that way. You going that way?
No, I'm going that
I
way.
don't know what it was a scene where Tony was talking about how Nathan don't last that long in the bedroom. Maybe that was the last episode and I missed out on talking about it, but that scene kind of told me Tony knows too much about Nathan in the bedroom. So it makes me feel like there's something going on with Tony and Lori. I don't know. It's like, okay, so you housing the husband and your friend, and I don't know, child. I wouldn't be surprised if something going down with Tony and Lori, but we shall see. But y'all, that was Zatima season 2B episode 12. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. What do you think is going to happen with this whole intervention, basically with Zach, his mama, and the brother, and Fatima coming in? Is this going to help revive their relationship? What should happen with Paul? Should Paul's character even continue to exist? Like, it's only 2 episodes in, and like Paul's character is in jeopardy, even though he was just introduced last season. Do we need Paul? Do we need Belinda? Are we trying to get Belinda back in the rotation? I don't know why. Are Belinda and Fatima going to end up friends again? I don't think so. But y'all, let me comment down below. Let me know what your predictions are for episode 13 and 14 about Zach and Fatima trying to find their way back to each other. Thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that is watching this show too. Also, for anybody that doesn't have BET Plus, because you know I play some of the scenes so you guys can really feel like you have seen, you are watching the episode. And let me know in the comments if y'all like me playing some of the episodes so that you can hear the dialogue and, you know, kind of feel how they're saying it, even though you can't see it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.